10:13 on the 14th of June, and somewhat quiet. Our song just played. Lance. I have to call you that because the other name will get attention here. It's something that will register in the mind of my sister especially. So I don't want to say your name. And since I used Lance on the blog, I'm just going to use Lance. Sad. Our song just played. That doesn't make me sad at all. It has been grabbing me in a sexual storm lately, which is really, really wonderful. This time it was a little sadder because of where I was, just emotionally. Today I went out in the van. It was a beautiful, perfect day, and I didn't realize that I had never read the last few chapters of my bookie book, the first book. I'd never finished it. I've always had to take it, one little bit at a time because it's very hard for me to read the things, that you've gone through, Lance. So I read it, and it was about going into recovery for the drug addiction and alcohol addiction, and then replacing that with sex addiction, and then going into treatment for that. And I had never read that. And so, I read about you seeking fulfillment in these just horrific sexual situations, particularly the dominatrix who hurt you, really angered me a lot. I'm angry that my perfect toy has been misused and abused so egregiously in this life. And I have not read my bookie book 2 yet. Like I said, we're going to be doing that together. Don't want to think about that. Fear purging, yeah. So, anyway, I read about what you have been giving your sexuality to rather than me. Because, of course, you're meant to give everything to me. All of that obedience, all of that pliancy, all of the thrill-seeking. You have to be a freak on a leash to do this job. All of that obedience, yes, I did say that, that's meant to be given to me. And it's not that you did anything wrong. This was your training, your path, your research. And so you gave it to everyone except me. I mean, not that I was there, but you perfectly illustrated the sexual acting out, which your sexuality is a beautiful thing, and it's meant to be given to God, and nobody down here knows how to do that, because especially the Christian church have made it just sexuality is evil. So how can you give your sexuality to God? The way you do that, you don't have sex. That's their idea. You become a monk or a nun, and that's how you give your sexuality to God. You don't have any. And of course, then you end up becoming dangerously deviant, harmfully deviant, when you repress the natural sex urge and your natural curiosity and willingness to experiment. You're playing, like I said, these are toys. These are our toys to play with. So we're down here to play, and the older soul you are, the more you're going to want to play, because you've done everything. So you're going to constantly be looking to do more. And when you don't limit that to serving love and truth, because you don't know that you can, you serve hate and lies, and you abuse your body, and you give it away to, demons. You give it away to demons. So when I'm reading what your father did to you and what all of the subsequent demons did to you, it's very hard, nauseating, and when I was crying about that, the song "The Light" by Disturbed came on. Sometimes the darkness can show you the light, and my soul God, Talia, said he had to see what was less so that he would recognize a good thing when it came along, so that he could contrast the two and say, oh my God, it's not here, it's over here. So that's what you're doing, and that's what you're doing with your apologies for Bookie Book 2, is you are letting them know you're giving your sexuality to Jesus. And Jesus isn't telling you, be a monk, be a nun, don't touch yourself, any of that. That's not what it's about. In your book, I read one of the residents of the treatment center, I have to talk more quietly, was practicing healthy wanking, and you thought that was so funny. And that's exactly, of course, what I've got you practicing now. Healthy wanking. You're wanking in the name of God. You're wanking in the name of love. And you're making love to Jesus. And it's going to get everyone's attention. And it's going to get rid of sexual shame around masturbation, but it's also going to have people wanting to, lock up their cocks and pussies for Jesus, so that they can also experience the bliss of coupling with someone that, deserves them and that they deserve. Because, yeah, you gave it away to all of these, disgusting people who didn't care about you at all, and were possessed by demons that were there to harm you, and you gave away your beautiful trust, your body, to these vampires. And that just, I have to deal with the pain of that. I'm not getting down on you. This is not an indictment for your behavior or anything like that. It's just pain because I love you. And this is what you do, you humans do, and this is what you're told to do. This is what you're told is going to bring you happiness. Is, fucking prostitutes and fucking starlets and going to orgies and, that's, where people are seeking that joy. Like, come in as kids and we're like, where's the fun? Well, it's fucking prostitutes and orgies and shit, orgies. Everybody thinks they would like to attend an orgy. Deep in their hearts where they're not scared of it. And just as a person who's had polyamorous sex, it's not a porn film. But I do know how to figure it out. And I've already got some training in mind for that. Yeah. I've been training you, Lance. And even you, Alex. Because I'm bringing a party favor to our wedding that you don't deserve. I mean, you don't deserve me, and I don't know you, so I'm not Satina. I'm not, though, and I don't know you. I just don't. Um, so I don't know what's going to bring back the work you're doing now, I guess. Um, but you're meant to marry this body. So you're going to be invited into this relationship. It's uh, it's not the way I thought it was going to happen. Is it? No, it's really not at all the way I thought it was going to happen. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the king, and Russie and I are the primary relationship. Lance and I are the primary relationship, the only relationship that's real. Um, your relationship with this body is a legend. There's nothing, no emotional attachment to it whatsoever. But my relationship with Lance, it's so deep and it's completely open to me. It's been laid naked in my lap. Yeah. So what was I talking about? I'm not exactly stoned, but I've been smoking to deal with things. Yes, that's one of the things I'm doing is staying not stoned, but toked, a little toked all the time. But yes, so you are going to be invited, lucky you, into this relationship, which is extremely solid and real, and in which I'm already married to Lance. And so we have history. You and I, Shannon, have no history at all. You have history with this body, but I don't even remember it. And I was going to say, I don't actually remember having sex. So in a way, I'm a virgin. But I'm also all of the cells that I've been. So I have an imagination that can fill in the gaps, and that it triggers memories of things that I have done and that I know how to do, hands-on. And so yes, but I thought it might be interesting for you to know, Lance, that I haven't been with a man for 15 years, something like that. So I'm like a virgin. I'm not gonna tell you to be gentle with me, because I'll be telling you how to be with me every single moment that you are with me. So we don't have to establish that now. But yes, you're going to be invited into this relationship, because you have a history with this body and with a self that is inside this body. So, excuse me, get ready for that. And think about what kind of boundaries you want to set for that, because you can set those boundaries. I'm not going to offer you up to Lance any more than I'm going to offer Lance up to you. That's not how it works. So you can think about that, how far you want to go. Yes, but you are going to have a situation that is a little bit of a repeat of what you had with Satina, with Dave, the established relationship that you were invited into. But this is, 1,000,000 times worse. It just couldn't be any worse. I cannot imagine the terror of facing Lance as your heterosexual male competition. Dick and all. I can't, but that must be what you need in order to step up. You must need to bring your A game. So you're put up against the best of the best. He's been trained in this horrific life um, to be a very good sex toy to a female god. So he's gonna teach you, and that must be what you need in order to step into the fullness of your soul. Because nobody outfucks the goddess. All acts of love and pleasure are her rituals. So nobody outfucks the goddess. But obviously you turned into a smudge. You've turned into a smudge, and I have no interest in you. Or feelings for you, other than just wanting your highest good, which that means if I offer up my body, I offer up my body. And I am being asked to offer up my body to what I consider to be a total stranger. Now, I'm not going to be the one in charge, God will integrate. Oh, my throat is dry, and I left my water out in the bed. So, God, could you give me some water, Shannon? Yes, I'll be integrated. And so Satina, who has all the memories and knows who you are, will be here. But of course you're not that, because that wasn't good enough for us. We don't want that. I'm kidding. There was no loyalty there. There was no truth there. You were no, we don't settle for less than the Christ. And Lance is the Christ. He's the hero. We don't settle for less than heroes around here. So you're going to have to bring your A game. And the goddess has A game. I don't know who the fuck you are, because I've never seen the goddess in you. But then again, I don't have any memories. So of course I haven't seen the goddess in you. I haven't seen it in what I've seen, well, I guess I've seen it in the Phoebe. Yeah, I see it there because of the honesty, the vulnerability, the open obedience, everything that Lance is. His pliancy, his eagerness to please, and his eagerness to experiment, his eagerness to learn. These are all attributes of the goddess. So Phoebe is the goddess, the bride. So I guess that's in you. So we'll just have to see. I mostly spend a lot of time wondering how that's, how you're going to pull that one off. The competition that you're up against. And I'm not, well, yeah, I will leave it at that, because I think I've said everything about that I need to say. And I won't be the one taking care of you. God will take care of you and give you just exactly what you need all the time. There's never going to be any spite. There's never going to be any selfishness. There's just none of that in me. I cannot ever harm someone out of my own anger or, anger, vengeance, pain. I can't. So I won't. But obviously, you're getting spanked. You're getting punished. You're getting, held accountable. And you are encountering a situation that you allowed to happen. You let your lover die in a hole. She died in a hole. And so you don't have one. And Lance does. And that's the way it is right now. So, I don't know what's next. But I thought I would update you, Lance, on what I've been doing, especially what today was about, because today was about reading that and seeing, where you've been looking for this sexual fulfillment that is supposed to be ours. Because that also helps me to know how much you need me. How very much you need me. And so I prayed and cried, put Rusty in my hands. Please put him in my hands. Please put him in my hands. Alright. I guess that's it. That's all it seems like I had one other thing that I was going to say, but I guess not. I'm not remembering it. Oh, I did want to say, and I've kind of already said this, but just to make it very clear, you know, in the tweets I said that it wouldn't be good for you if I played with you sexually. And you know, I said that several times, and you needed to experience love without sex, and things like that, and that was true, and so that's why that was how I courted you, was I didn't have these feelings. I was able to experience the platonic love of King Arthur to Lancelot, and so I was able to know what it felt like to be King Arthur, around my fetish toy, you know, and how I could handle that, you know, because I didn't have this need to have you. I could just appreciate you. And then, you know, that just got blown completely all to shit when I downloaded King David. Then it was like, where are the rules? And I, you know, I prayed and I said, you have to stop me because I'm not feeling any internal barriers here on what I want as far as how far I'd like to go. And so, yeah, what happened was that those barriers were pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and we were allowed more and more and more and more. And, you know, I courted you. And we got to know each other first. And you had platonic love. And you attempted to have platonic love for me. and you, but you weren't motivated by thinking you were going to get laid for doing things. And that's like all I can say, because then I start to freak out about, what have you done, and have you done anything, and what are you going to do, and I just can't go there. So I'm gonna have to fantasize and masturbate now. Okay, so yeah. So we were led through you learning how to have fun without having sex, and me showing you what platonic love looks like, and allowing both of us to experience that with each other for a while, so that we didn't just jump into bed together. Because I'm not a one-night stand. I'm an always forever type of girl. So yeah. Feel me. Because I feel you. And I'm healing you. I'm putting the hands of God all over your beautiful body. And I've never, ever offered anyone as much healing energy as you're getting. I can't even imagine really what that would do to a person's life, because you can't carry that much of my energy and be around falsehood. It dissolves, and you begin to see the truth, whether you want to or not, whether you've asked to or not. When you're around my energy, you begin seeing the truth. The illusion just dissolves. It dissolves like the mushroom illusions from the X-Files. It just dissolves. So it's dissolving. Okay, see, I'm starting to freak out about, you know, what's going on with you and stuff, and what's going on with everybody, and not ready to stay on that topic for any length of time. Again, the way I've been distracted from that topic most times in the last 3 days, which is this was a very new, it's, well, I mean, it was like, it's not my fault. We've established that I can't think for myself, so if thoughts come into my head, it's God. And, God filled my head with fantasies, all kinds of suggestions, all of a sudden. Suggestions, yeah. Suggestions. And I couldn't get away from them. So for the last 3 days, whenever I start going down the fear trail, I literally just start fucking your brains out, Lance. And I feel better then. So, thanks. You've come in very handy. And keep waking for Jesus. It's good for you. I can't wait to see your smile. Smiles. Okay.